rural legislators come across. And it might be a pretty easy thing to discard that because there aren't a lot of votes on the West Slope, Colorado. As you move out into the Northeast Plains, Southeast Plains as well. But what we're going to do here today affects a very fragile part of our society in this state, a very important part. I think Representative Baumgardner was just talking about those of us that are eating at our desks. Just had a great hamburger, thank goodness for feedlots that are out there able to bring us the food. We're eating chips that are processed and grown by farmers and developed by ranchers across our country. I guess I could go through the multiple points, and I think oftentimes we all get a little mind-numbed hearing the same arguments put over and over. But I think that is probably a very important thing for us actually to digest. There is a recurring theme that is going on. It's been going on since last Friday as we worked late into the evening through this morning. At the worst possible time, we are making choices to increase taxes on people who can't afford to pay them anymore. We're assuming that if we say we will tax it, that they will continue to pay. We're wrong. They have a choice. Not supposed to go back to the previous bills, but people do have a choice. In the case of this particular bill, we do have the choice of crossing the border. From the district that I represent, we've got three choices. We can drop down to New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, and our folks will. Farm and ranch community, these are survivors. They know how to work hard. They know probably more than many of us what it is to truly sacrifice, to get by on less. But there is always a breaking point to where they cannot afford to get by on even less. And that's what we're reaching for. It's an overreach by government. We need to go back actually to the beginning. I embrace that concept that before we start saying, how can we grab more from hardworking families? Let's see where we can cut government first, because there is not a person in this room that can go back to any one of our districts and look any one of our constituents square in the eye and pledge to them that every dollar that they work for, that they have to send to government, is well spent, that there is no waste, there is no fraud, there are no inefficiencies. None of us can make that claim. We do need to prioritize. We do need to make tough choices. We do have to decide if government can be everything to everyone. But right now, we are pursuing a policy where we are going to tax everyone at every level in the hopes of making government whole. Let's stand together. Let's make the taxpayers of this state whole before we stand up just for making government whole. I ask for a no vote on 1195.
Representative Nickel.